set, go. Time for the show. Joe Audio and my bro Paco about to bring that laugh attack. Yeah, about that. Make you laugh out loud, cause this is where it's at.
This the best podcast that you'll ever hear. It's not so comforting just for your ears. We got gimmicks and skits with limitless wits, making other podcasters just quit. Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? It's Samantha Kalpaka, posted up in the cut like a bandage.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Joe Audio right here representing for Yeah About That, the podcast.
Hey, y'all know who it is. Greg Smith, Junior 6, formerly known as Greg Smith, Junior 6, with my boy Paco them on another show, baby. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? It's Visionary. Just me, Visionary.
Yeah.
I got no AKAs or any of that guy kind of stuff. You know, I'm not that kind of guy.
It's all right. One day.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe when I get there, I'll be cool enough.
Yeah, no.
Probably not. Yeah, you're right. Probably not.
So this is Yeah About That. Paco, what are we doing today?
We got a classic album for you guys. You know what, Jay? I want you to introduce it because you introduced this album to me.
Okay, so this is going to be Baby Bash, The Ultimate Cartel. Now, this album came out around in 2003. So it's this is actually right around the same time he came out with his first like official label album on Universal Records when he came out with the Smokey Nephew album. So this is actually, in my opinion, kind of like a workout album where he was kind of testing out a lot of tracks and sounds. Yeah. And this came out like right when he was getting his major label debut. So.
And you notice on this album, it's got alternate versions of a few songs from the Smokey Nephew album. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like a mixtape, if you will. Almost. I don't know. Kind of.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man. So we got the 4 criteria.
Hold on. What are your thoughts on the album cover? Let's get it started. Visionary, please start us off with your thoughts on the album cover.
Well, I think the album cover was appropriate for the time because, Grand Theft Auto was huge, especially Vice City came out right then. So, it's appropriate and it kind of encapsulates whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
I do not. Please explain.
It takes everybody's persona and puts it in there. You have Bash at the top who's getting ready to blow up. You have Happy P who produced all of the songs pretty much on the Cartel album, plus whatever's on Smoke and Nephew. And then you got the other stuff the other guys down at the bottom. So it works all the way around.
All right.
Yeah, is that Lil G at the bottom? No, that's Lil G on the
right.
Huh?
Yeah, Lil G's on the right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Powder or something like that on the bottom.
Maybe.
That's H-Town on the left.
Yeah, Greg, please give us your thoughts being from Miami.
Hey, from Miami, that's right. And I'm going to tell you, when I first seen the cover, it automatically resonated with me because it, like my man said, the Visionary, it took me right back to Grand Theft Auto, Los Angeles, as a matter of fact. So I didn't even know who the dudes was on the picture because they was cartoon, but it automatically put me back into me and Grand Theft Auto riding around and, just doing what Grand Theft Auto people do. So I was in it because you're right. It did resonate. And Grand Theft Auto was like booming, right?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, this takes me back to that time. Yeah, exactly. It's very nostalgic in that, like even if you haven't heard any of the songs off this album, it's going to take you back to that time frame. And you're going to remember all music in general, like in that time frame. So this kind of just is like a trigger to remind you of the past. That's what I feel like it does for me.
Yeah, I like it also. It reminds me of a video game. Can't really put my thumb on it, but it reminds me of something. And, back then around 2003, when I was about ready to graduate high school in 2004, it really I like it. I got a 4-part secret recipe for creating a classic album review. Let's get into criteria part 1.
Criteria number 1 is going to be beats.
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and let Visionary start it off?
The beats, I've heard this. I haven't heard this collection before, but obviously I've heard all of these songs before, and the beats are always classic because as soon as you hear it, you recognize the song. You know what it. I don't know. They're busy fighting out there. You recognize that song is placed on different albums or different compilations or just you know about it. You know that beat as soon as you hear it. You know where it's from, who's on it. You know, I mean, but like Paco said, there's different versions of the songs on this album, so you never know what you're gonna get when you hear that beat somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I think they're all great.
Yeah, I understand that, but what do you give the score wise? Like a 1 through a 5?
Come on.
Oh, I understood. You didn't let me finish. I would give it about a 4.
4.
Yeah. Okay. Gregory, please enlighten us on your thoughts on the beats.
Okay, so I'm with my man. I give it about a 4, but I can say that I know this from listening to the album itself. It automatically puts you in. Well, it did for me. It took me all the way back to Snoop Dogg. It took me all the way back to that Texas rhythm, that Texas theme. What was Exhibit? You know, Dre back at that West California, Texas, you know, rhythm that was going on even in that era. So just hearing it when I went to playing, I'm like, man, this put me back into like truths and vows, you know, and pop, like that whole Pac and that whole momentum thing coming out. That's what the beats did for me. So I give it a 4 just for that sake. You know, they could have been better. You know, we all can be better, but it took me back that far. So I give it a 4. I like them.
Really brought the gangster out in you, huh?
Yeah.
Jay, do you want to go next, or you want me to go next?
I would like you to go next.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, I do.
All right. You know what? Yeah, I like these beats a lot. I've been jamming this album for years, and I still do from time to time. I'm gonna give it a 5. It's just all nostalgia for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the songs, when I hear them, I can remember certain memories. It's just amazing, you know, how music can do that. So I'm gonna give it a 5, just because I'm a huge mark for Happy P's work.
Yeah, you know, just to kind of echo what Paco said, I'm gonna give it a 5 as well, because like these beats like are pretty powerful, and a lot of these songs did make it onto like say Baby Bash's actual albums, Smoky Nephew and then Super Saucy. Like he had a couple mainstream albums that were played across the airwaves, and some of these songs were on there. So they're really strong. Happy P, who produced the majority of these beats, like he's a platinum producer. Like he's made beats for No Limit back in the day. Like he's made a ton of beats across the industry. So they're going to be solid beats. So, and then one of the beats that stands out to me, because I know the dude that made it is Official. That song was Zigzag. The dude's name is Bandit, the guy that kind of starts out the song, made that beat. Like these are all really good, strong beats. There's really no beats that are weak. I would say, in my opinion, they all like have impact. And as soon as I hear them, I'm jamming out to it. Maybe because I've heard it a million times, but like all these beats like bring back a memory as soon as I hear it.
Oh, okay. So let's keep it pushing. We got Criteria Part 2. Visionary, you know what? Can you go ahead and speak on it? What is it?
Okay, so
what is it?
What Visionary sent is a private chat.
Oh,
that's up.
Yeah, I know, right?
My bad. I was trying to reply to Ronnie over here.
Okay. Yeah, it is blocking the criteria. So I'm like, what is it? I can't see the criteria.
Oh,
lyrics.
Oh, did I pop that up? Did it pop up over the criteria?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
it's the second time being on the show. So.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
It's like the 4th time, 5th time.
I don't care. Look, go ahead and get into the lyrics in 1 through 5 and why.
Lyrics. I'd have to give it a 5 because every song has great lyrics. I mean, whether it's from Bash, whether it's from, Shadow, Cisco, Frost, Low G, anybody that's on there that's even featured, they all brought great lyrics to it. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
5. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go at the 4. I'm gonna go at the 4. One thing I can say about the lyrics, I do like them. They wasn't so much repetitive, like certain rappers where they've given the same thing. They came with a more clear understanding of what they're trying to get, what message they're trying to get across. So I respect them on that. I really appreciate that, because it wasn't just the normal blah blah blah, same thing over and over. They really had something to say. They really was trying to get you to see a picture in your head using their words. So I go with a 4.
All right, that's what's up. Paco, would you like to go next, or do you want me to go next?
Yeah, go next. Okay.
Okay,
You go next.
I'm gonna go next. So lyrically, man, Baby Bash has always been one of my favorite like rappers in general. Like just because his lyrics are really witty. Like he'll say things like in a different way, like in a different style that kind of like almost is comical in some sense sometimes. But he just says it in a witty, funny way or serious way or whatever. It's that slang because he grew up out in the Bay Area, so he got to that Bay Area like slang and lingo, and then he moved out to the Texas, so he got that Texas like sound and the lingo out there, kind of mixed it all together and just kind of just came out with this melting pot of slang, and I think that really helps out what he's having to say, and then everyone that's on these tracks as well knows the vibe Bash has, so they all mesh well. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it a 5, like just because like all these songs, whatever they're talking about, like it's done in a really witty way, a little bit different than you're normally hearing. It's not the same old like just cliche type of sayings. It comes out real nice. So I'm gonna say 5.
Yeah, hello.
Paco.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, Paco. Would you like to go
what's up?
next?
Yeah, I'll go
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
I'll go ahead and take a crack at it, if you will.
All right, please.
This really takes me back to when I was younger, and the lyrics. The first time I heard them, it was pretty. I was pretty amazed. I was mind blown a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4. You know what I'm saying? How about?
Okay, it looks like we just lost Greg.
Oh yeah, it looks like we lost Greg, but yeah, I give it a 4.
4.
It said his screen froze.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for him to come back. So we'll kind of
Answer questions on the side and whatever.
Yeah. So there's some chat room questions.
Yeah. What
here.
does the chat say? But yeah.
First, were you done? Sorry.
No. Yeah. Let's get to chat. I'll finish up
Okay.
with
So
Greg.
Here, whoa, I'm losing sound here. What are you guys doing?
You're losing sound.
Oh no. Hold on. All right. Let's see.
Can you hear us? Can the people out in the chat hear us?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, Visionary's probably.
What's up, Visionary? Biz on air E.
All right. So we got let's see here.
When did he make me cry? I don't remember this.
Oh,
yesterday,
wow.
If the people were watching, Visionary cried and left the camera. He went crying in the next room when we gave a shout out to the Menudo Kingpin, Bruce from Mesa Made. And we gave him a shout out and told him to select that album or else your album on Black Friday.
Oh, see, I sorry. I told you why I left.
No, I don't know. You didn't tell me nothing. You said you cried, that your feelings were hurt.
No, I got a phone call and I had to jump off real quick.
Yeah, nobody really remembers Visionary.
Shut up, Paco. Nobody remembers you.
So Ronnie I don't know what Martin is.
Ronnie Martinez.
Oh, that's what his last name is?
I believe so.
It doesn't say that on here. It says MR.
You.
Okay.
You.
Are you having a seizure there?
Yeah.
All right. We got Greg back.
What up, Greg?
Yeah, man. Technology, bro.
It's all good. It's all good. It's
I just blame Visionary.
yeah. Just blame him. You'll be good.
Okay. Anyways, long story short, I gave lyrics a 4. All right. Okay, let's punch out with criteria part 3, if you don't mind, Jay. Go ahead and put it up on the screen. Visionary, don't send any chats so we can see it.
Okay.
Criteria 3 is gonna be the hooks.
Okay, hooks. Why don't we get Greg to go first, and then Jay, and then Visionary, and then me.
Okay. Yeah. So my screen don't freeze again. You know what I mean, let me just get him out of the way. I feel you.
Yeah, I want to change up the order. I was getting I thought it was kind of weird the way I started it, but go ahead.
Nah, I get a hooks at 5. I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie. They caught me. My favorite woman is Hot Zone, so the hook in Hot Zone and Menage a Trois, I liked it that. So I get a hooks at 5, man. I enjoyed it. They caught my attention. They grabbed me, had me going.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And then who was next? Me or Visionary?
Vision. Yeah, you go next.
Okay.
Yeah, you're next.
No, I'm going next because I want you, not because you told me.
Okay, good.
No, yeah, I'm about to say 5, man. Yeah, these hooks that they do grab you, and that's what what kind of maybe goes hand in hand with what I was saying with the beats earlier. Like as soon as you hear the beat, you already know what the song's gonna be. Like you start thinking that hook. So like if you're thinking about the hook, first thing as soon as you hear that song, you know that caught your attention. And some of those songs on there are radio playable type songs. So they're definitely high caliber hooks. Baby Bash has always been known for that. He's a good writer. He's written for a lot of artists other than himself, and composed and made songs for other artists, R&B and rapping as well. So he definitely knows how to put this together. So 5, it can't be anything other than that. Visionary.
Go ahead, Visionary.
We'll
Tell him why
next.
he's wrong.
No, I agree. I give him a 5 as well because every single hook is great. I mean, there's really nothing that I would say bad about any of the songs as far as the hooks go. Everyone's got some type of catchiness to it, and it reels you in, and you just got to keep listening to it.
Oh, okay.
So the number was, I'm sorry.
I said 5.
Okay,
I wasn't
he
paying
did
attention.
say
5 right off the
Okay,
bat. Yeah,
yeah,
you got to
5.
pay attention, Lo.
I'm doing multiple things here, so it's kind of hard. Okay, Paco.
What up?
We got the visual. Yes.
What up?
Oh, hi.
What's up, man?
I'm sorry, I was paying attention to the chat.
Okay. The hooks, they're all right. I'll give them a 1. No, I'm just kidding. These hooks are pretty good. They bring me back. I'll give them a 4. I really don't. There's some hooks that I think are kind of cringy, but
like which one?
Like the one, the Esquina one.
That was a tight hook.
That one's all right for me.
Okay,
It's kind of cringy for me. You know what I'm saying? They were like, I don't know. I don't really care for that hook. That's why I gave it a 4. Otherwise, it would have been a 5. They didn't have the hook.
So that one song.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. That's pretty cringy right there.
One song.
Yeah, pretty much one song would do it. I'm so petty like that, man. I mean, if you've seen my past,
Don't get on his bad side. You know what I mean? Don't get on his bad side. That's it for you.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that. I don't know. That hook always made me cringe. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean that's cool. I mean, it's not perfect, so I guess that's
4. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into another part. Features.
Okay.
Why don't you set up the order, Jay?
I'm gonna set up the order.
Why don't you set up the order? Go ahead.
I am. You go first, Paco.
Okay. I'm going to do the features. I'm gonna give it a 5. Everybody came with it, man. Everybody brought a unique style, and it wasn't lacking as far as being featured on this album. That's why Bash called it the Ultimate Cartel. You know what I'm saying? All these fools have been vetted and verified. Even got Corrupt on there. You know what I'm saying? It's got a lot of dope artists. You know what I'm saying? Don Cisco, one of my favorites, also on there. Proper Dose, Frank V. Yeah. Low G. Rashid kills it, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give it a 5. I'll be right back, everybody.
All right. Okay, so I'll give it a 5. I don't know. That was too exciting for him, so he had to leave. But, let's go with Visionary next. Let's see what you got.
I'll give it that's hard because I'll go with a 5 too. I agree with Paco. I mean, every feature just brings it, just kills it on their parts, and I didn't hear a feature at all where I was let down. Like, oh man, I was expecting better or something like that. I didn't hear any of that. So each feature actually made that track and any of the tracks better that they were on.
Agreed.
Yeah, go ahead. Greg, what do you think about the features?
I gotta say this, man. Visionary is the man, man. But I go with a 5. I agree. Everybody that was featured on there, they brought it. They did their thing. So I don't have no complaints about it at all. Everybody brought their own style, but it really worked well with the song that was going on. So yeah, bro, I'm all the way in. 5, let's do it. I'm all the way in.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So I guess I'm the last one to go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the 5 just because all these artists, man, like they're all top-notch rappers in their own sense. But when they came together with Bash on this, like they were all on the same vibe. Like there wasn't anyone that was like out in left field while a song's going one direction and then they're out like doing something else. Like they're all on the same vibe, and Bash is like well connected with a lot of these artists. He's done tons of songs with all these artists, so it only makes sense that they're all like working together. Bash is like a real humble type of artist, and he's nothing but cool with all these people. So when you have that kind of chemistry, it really shows through on songs, especially when you're putting together multiple tracks throughout the years. It all just melds together and comes out with almost perfection. No one was whack. So I'm gonna say a 5 for sure. There's no other answer than 5.
Oh, okay. So 5 across the board. I don't know. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. I might have to lower it.
Just because.
You better get comfortable.
Yeah. No, yeah. So
what are we gonna do next?
So right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and tally everything up. And then we're gonna go ahead and let Greg pick a verse that he kind of like, that he wants the people to hear,
Oh man, like I know a song. I liked the whole song. If y'all don't mind me picking a song,
yeah, that's fine.
Verse, I don't even, Hot Zone. That's my song.
Okay, we'll play the first verse from Hot Zone. That way they could get a feel for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get into it.
All right, so that's all going in post edit. However, for the live show, we will not be playing the actual song for copyright reasons and purposes.
So let Greg just come back in and hand it out to Visionary and tell him to pick a song, a verse.
Visionary, my man, let us know what's happening. Pick a song, verse. What you was feeling. Tell us what you was feeling. Let the audience know what you like, man.
I'm gonna have to go with Shadow's verse on.
No, please say it again. I muted you on purpose, on accident.
Oh wow. You got a little money. Oh wow. What the fuck your punk ass finna do now?
I have no money.
Oh, you gonna pick a wow?
Oh wow.
No, it's actually gonna be Menage a Trois. Mr. Shadow's verse on there. Like don't get me wrong, I love Bash, I love all his stuff, but Shadow brought like that raw gangsterness to that, saying he's gonna fuck everybody in the room.
I disagree, but okay.
But that's the verse I picked.
All right, Shadow's verse. Okay, I see you. Visionary. Can you please ask Paco what his favorite verse is?
Senor Paco.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man?
What is your favorite verse?
All right. You know what? I'll pick Rashid's verse off of Cuidado. Man, that song's hard. He's like, we in the ghetto, my homie calls it the barrio or something. I don't know if that's that song, but it's one of those Rashid verses where he just kills it, man. You know what I'm saying? I love that song. Cuidado. And also that was my homie Manuel's favorite song. R.I.P. Manuel. I love you, dog. But yeah, so that's why I pick it. Get into that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Jay?
All right.
Jay, why don't you go ahead and pick a verse for the people to listen to?
Yeah, man. So, man, it was really hard. Some of the songs that were already mentioned are actually really good up there on top, and it came down to two tracks on here that was really like torn between which one I wanted to pick. Coincidentally, both of these tracks are featuring Arizona artists. But the one ultimately that I'm gonna go with is going to be Official, the song Official, with the verse from Zigzag. So the first verse on that one, just because that song reminds me like pretty much like an MB Riders, MBK type of song, Zigzag rapping on there, and then again the homie Bandit at the beginning of that one. So I'm just gonna be a little partial to that one. So Official, Zigzag verse.
Okay. Yeah, all those verses that were picked were great, man. It really shows how good the album was. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So why don't you go ahead and give us the total, starting off with yourself?
Okay. Well, myself. So actually, I gave this a 20, a perfect 20.
Wow.
Now, I think that's legit. This is a compilation, so it's kind of like the best of, and I think that's why it came out so strong. I mean, all of Bash's albums I think are really strong in general, but this is more of a compilation. That's why you hear so many different sounds in it, so many different features in it. You know, generally solo artists try to do most of the songs by themselves with a few features sprinkled in there, but this is a heavy featured album because it's a more of a compilation, and I think it's like a workout type of album that he was doing right before he went to the mainstream. So this is what
Yeah.
he was trying to put all together, all his ideas and such, right before that happened. So I give it a 20, and I think that's legit.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough. Like Greg would say. So please hand it off to Greg. What do you
All right, Greg. So out of 20, you actually gave this an 18. So do you think that's that's pretty much where you thought it would be at? A little bit higher, a little bit lower? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that actually made that's pretty much where I thought it would be at because I knew, critiquing the other the lyrics, the hooks, the features and the beats. I know where I pretty much lay with those. And so yeah, it's pretty much what I expected it to be. I still enjoyed the album though. You can relax and chill to it because it has a steady flow to me. It has a nice slow tempo pace. Every now and then it picks up a little speed, but not only did they, give you a variety of different aspects and ideas of what they was thinking when they was rapping, you can ride out to it though.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And
Yeah,
it's been wrote out to.
Yeah. Now, are you familiar with Bash's work, like Baby Bash? Like I know the radio, but
yeah, just really the radio version. That was actually my first time. Honestly, I seen the cover and I'm like, Baby Bash, like this sounds so familiar. Is this the same Baby Bash, that I knew that I was growing up and I was listening to? And then kind of realized that yeah, it was. See, I had never experienced outside of what I knew on the radio from you guys. So just to even hear that was good to me because now I hear a different side of them. Like it is like considered almost a mixtape. Rather.
Yeah, and we followed his career. I mean, he actually came out in the early '90s. Like he's been out that long, and yeah, he has like almost a few different sides to him. Like he has like his radio playable stuff, but he had a lot of street stuff when he was first starting out, and throughout the whole '90s, a lot of that Bay Area lingo, all that street mentality type of style. He was real street, and then slowly transitioned more towards the melodic radio type, and that's where most people are familiar with him. So,
okay.
Visionary, we'll go with you next. Are you ready?
Sure, let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah, come on, Jay.
I know,
You're solid.
I felt like he was frozen. So
yeah, well, I feel like you've been frozen.
19. Do you think that's legit? So now he's frozen.
Yeah, okay, it's legit.
No.
Let's keep it pushing.
No, yeah, I think 19 is what I expect it to be at because, like you said, this is like basically songs that he was working on just before they put it together for the Smoke and Nephew album or around that time.
Yeah,
and honestly, there are several songs in here that should have been on the radio. Should have seriously been on the radio.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
It's just politics that happens, I guess. But yeah, I agree. 19 is a solid number for it.
okay.
He's got other albums that are 20s, but 19, yeah.
All right,
that's great. That's great to hear from you,
Paco.
Yes,
you gave this an 18 as well.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think about that?
I do hold this album in high regard. It was played a lot amongst my friends. The few that I did have. And you know what? I just want to say that instead of Rashid's verse, we're going to go ahead and play Juan Gotti's verse instead. So if you made it to this point, just know that I made the change last second. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It starts out Juan Gotti, the first verse, man. That reminds me of my boy. So we're going to change it from Rashid to that. Okay. So that's what happened if you guys are listening to this point of the.
Yeah, I'll just cut this in and add it to the other part.
Okay. Well, so yeah, Juan Gotti kills it. So yeah, that's it, man. I recommend people go out and check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's old, but it's relevant.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder to find. I would say.
No, it's not. You just type in the Ultimate Cartel on YouTube or whatever, and then it'll pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, just a real quick shout out to that last song on there where they introducing the upcoming like artists and stuff when they put them on there. So that's respect, bro. You know, showing love. You know, you making it, you going, show love, pass that torch down, and bring up the rest of the crew. So yeah, I value that in the album just as well, bro.
Yeah, no, that those songs are actually really good too. Like, you know, they're only samples of the tracks, but yeah, dude, it makes you want to like check out those other artists because he's essentially co-signing them, saying, "Hey, these dudes are legit."
Yeah.
Yeah. We know how that music industry is. So the more support you get, the better off you, the better chance you have of getting somewhere. Yeah, I appreciate that just much.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah, that's how that young wheat bread roll, right?
yes, that's Wheat Bread is one of his nicknames. Just
Yeah,
for those
Wheat
that didn't
Bread.
know. All right. So Greg, why don't you let them know where they can find you at? All the fans of Yeah About That, if they want to check out your podcast, check out what you're doing, where can they find you at?
Well, y'all can find me on Facebook, Greg Smith. Check me out on YouTube, Greg Smith Jr. 6. That's Greg, Greg, space, Smith Jr. 6, SMITH and then number 6. And if y'all haven't, man, I know everybody done seen that Young Jeezy and Young Job. I mean, Young Jeezy and Young Job, but they gonna kill me for that. That Young Jeezy and that Gucci man. That Young Jeezy and that Gucci man. We did a
That was
review
that
on one
guy
of
down
Jeezy's
there.
albums. That was what
He said that.
So we
Yeah.
know we did an album review on Jeezy, and you know that was nice too. But yeah, man, that's where y'all can find me. Check me out.
Who are you going for in that verses, man?
Y'all already know because we did the album on one of the dudes, man.
I mean, like I thought
You know, Jeezy.
you a visionary.
Well, I can be found on
Yeah, no, like, who are you going for?
Jeezy
Jeezy or
or
Gucci?
Gucci man?
I mean, I knew Jeezy a lot more because I heard of him first before I heard of Gucci. And then, like Gucci, a lot of his verses are either hit or miss on me. And
yeah,
like, I don't think I've got more hits from Jeezy's verses than I do misses, but Gucci's got like 50. So I would have to go more for Jeezy, for me at least.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, Gucci can pull some good stuff out and do a good job. But like I said, you know, he's hit or miss.
Okay, I regret asking you. Okay, let's keep it pushing.
I regret you asking me.
Yeah, but Visionary, where can we find you? Social media? Do you have a podcast? I mean, things like that.
No, I do not have a podcast yet. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I got the stuff. I could probably do one now, but
yeah.
But no, I can be found on Instagram at that_dude_viz or on Facebook at thatdudeviz.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. So this concludes another album review, classic album review. This week was Baby Bash's Ultimate Cartel album.
Okay. You know what? For the live people, we'll be back in about 5 minutes with You Know It's Whack, and also recommendations from everybody. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
We in